Alright, hello everybody, my name is Nodrs. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a thumbnail in Rainbow Six Siege. This can be used for any game. This could be Call of Duty, this could be Apex, this could be Rainbow Six. Any gun that has a reload animation, you can make a thumbnail just like this. And I'll be going over all my settings. I'll be letting you guys know how to do all the effects. We could do text off, we could do text on, we could do diamond logo off, we could do diamond logo on. I'll be going over all of that. This could be my first kind of like explain to you guys how to make something type of video, so it's gonna be hard for me to talk and explain what I'm doing at the same time. Hopefully this is very easy to catch along with. And yeah, let's get straight into it.
Often I'm upset that I cannot fall in love, but
okay, first things first, when we load the game, we're gonna be using a command prompt /blaunch-be. And the reason I'm going to be doing this is because I like to do I use a thing called unlock all. And so this unlock all that I'm using works for offline only. So this cannot be used online. This cannot be used in multiplayer. This can only be used in custom games for making thumbnails like I do. So what /blaunch-be does is it disables battle eye. That being said, when it disables battle eye, it is not bannable because you cannot access multiplayer without battle eye enabled. So it's off your computer. It will not be activated when the game launches up. So you can cheat, you can wall, you can play Terrasun, whatever you want to do, but you can only do it offline. So I'm gonna be using cheat engine. What I'll do is I'm just gonna go through this. I'm not gonna leave the cheat table or the unlock all on because this is kind of my personal unlock all. You guys can find it on yourself. It's really not that hard, but I just don't like giving this one out. So turn it on. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to, let's say, a very generic operator will be Ash. We'll go for a generic Ash thumbnail. Okay, so we can go for any type of skin. Very generic combo is we can go for Glacier. We'll go Glacier and we'll go as this loads, we'll go, let's say, Champ Charm. You know what? We'll go Black Ice Platinum. That Black Ice Platinum will look nice. And so we go into custom game. Alright, so I tried. Okay, let me explain something. So the way you make your thumbnails look best is I had to cut this. This might look a little weird. I had to cut this because when I loaded in, my PC just kind of like exploded and it looked really bad. So I have everything as high as possible, right? I have everything as high as possible. Turn everything on very high and make it as high as your PC will let you. You could go overboard. You could go like max on. Since it's a custom game, it won't be that very demanding on your computer. But you can turn it all the way to max, and that's fine. But I have mine on high, so the FPS will be okay on the stream or on the video. So we have it on 21 out of 2900. Everything on very high. And we're gonna go into a custom game. Don't go into Terrasun. Go into a custom game. A custom game on a local custom game with tactical realism on the map you want. And the reason you want tactical realism on the map you want is because later in the video we're going to be smudging things, and we'll be smudging things. It'll be a lot easier to smudge and kind of heal everything and make it look nicer. Alright, so for this section of the video, I made the mistake of my FPS when I record it will be very low because it's too much for my game to handle. It's too much for my PC to handle. So we're just gonna be going. I'm doing this off of GeForce right now. I'll explain the gist of it, and then we'll go back with the base cam when I'm ready. So first things first, we want to find a place that's good. That's good, right? Also, I forgot one thing. Make sure you go in graphics, turn up sharpness or render scaling to like whatever. We'll just turn it to max, right? Why not? Alright, so everything looks a lot more crisp, right? Everything looks real nice and crispy. Okay. Okay, so let me find a place to do it. And then we're just gonna reload, okay? A standard reload. Right, we'll do right here. We'll do right here. Maybe do a palm tree. Maybe do right here. Make sure it has a nice little glow to it, but make sure it's not too bright. Alright. I think that works. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip that using instant replay. Alright. This is really choppy right now. I won't lie. This is really choppy. I Alt F4 before I could finish my what I want to say. So that being said, we got that. Let's go into let me go into my videos or my captures, and let's take that clip that I just found and let's get that edited. Okay. So first things first, let me close everything so my PC doesn't explode. And then we load Photoshop. Load in a brand new file. Let's see. I have this on an SSD, so it loads a lot quicker, but usually it'll have pretty long load times. And so for those that want, So for those that want Photoshop and don't have it, I do not condone illegal activity, okay? I'm not educating you guys on illegal activity, but let's say you don't always have to pay for Photoshop, okay? Leave it like that. You can Google it, you can Google what I'm saying, but you don't always have to pay for Photoshop. All right, so anyway, back to the video. Let's go. Let's find a good reload animation. I think this one looks nice. I think this one looks very nice. It's very simplistic. You can do another one if you want. I just think this one fits well. You can do this on any map. You can do this on any skin color combination as long as you have it or you are using unlock all. Remember, unlock all is not bannable. Unlock all is not bannable, so you do not have to worry about Battle Eye tracking you, because if you do it right, Battle Eye is disabled. And if you don't do it right, then you cannot turn it on. So that mine's not the size right now. Right about there, that works. And then yeah, it's a little too small. Right about there. Perfect. And I'm gonna use Alt, and then I'm gonna click on the layer, and I'm gonna create another copy of it. So I'm using Alt, and I'm just clicking on it, and then making another one like that. And so this is gonna be our top layer. You want to click the little eye button in the bottom right, make it the layer invisible. And we're going to start cropping. This is our cropping phase. Oh, I did not click on the right thing. This is our cropping phase. So what I'll do is I'll be cropping everything like this. You can use the quick selection tool. I personally like to use, I don't even know what this is called, the Lasso Tool, whatever you want to call it. I personally use this for more precision. You know, it doesn't need to be exactly accurate. You can just kind of like squiggle along like me. But for the most part, just squiggle along, kind of make sure that you get everything. And obviously the more precise the better, but it's not that big of a deal if you don't get it like perfect, right? Like mine's nowhere near perfect. I'm trying to just going along. But yeah, so we're gonna do this. All right, now we're gonna scroll down. I'll speed up this point of the video so that way I'll save you guys time, and I'll make you a cut when we're done. All right, cool. So we're done here. So everything is cropped. Now it's time for the smudging. So the smudging / healing tool. Press H on your keyboard or just click this little band-aid. And this is where we start smudging. This is why you want tactical realism on, so that way you can smudge everything and it'll look fine. Some people like to click like using like little dots like this. I personally like to go in lines. I think it looks better that way. Ooh, that's not good. Whatever, they won't notice. Like a lot, you can get away with a lot of things, and since the thumbnail will be so small, they won't really notice. So like stuff like this, you can kind of get away with, right? So it's definitely not my cleanest part, my cleanest work of art, some could say. But then we got that done, and now we're gonna go to filter, gonna go to blur, go to Gaussian Blur, and this is all like what you think is fun. So some people like 3, some people like the slightest, you know, it's a little bright, you know, you can kind of see it, you can definitely see the blur, or you could go a little more intense. Some people go like 5, and if you really want, you could go 7. I would recommend 5. Some people even go as far as 12. And I don't like that. I don't like the way it looks. I like to go to 5. I think 5 looks the best in my opinion. So let's get a little blur. And from here on out, this will be depending on our color. So we could do this in various ways. I'll give you guys multiple ways. So we could go filter. We could go to camera raw filter. And remember, you're clicking on the background right now. We're editing the background. And since we have Glacier on, sometimes the thumbnail will look better is make sure you click this little Y button in the bottom right. I keep forgetting a lot of things. So we can see the before and after, see if you like it. So we like to use the temperature, and since I'm using Glacier, I like to kind of keep it a little more cool. You can see it's a little darker, and you can maybe make everything a little darker. Just kind of make the shadows and stuff such more visible. but I don't really like doing this. You could mess around with all this, feel free. Personally for me, I don't like doing that, so go camera raw filter and then hit the Y button so you can see the before and after. And depending on what you like, if you like that, feel free to use it. Mess around with it, have fun. Don't be afraid to try things out. That's the thing with editing, is you always want to be willing to try new things, right? And we like to add a thing called gradient map. So we go down to the bottom and go gradient map, and we're gonna go left side black. So that's our shades and our that's gonna be our shade and kind of our main color. That'll be black, and then since depending on our skin, we'll change it. I'm gonna use light blue. You know what? Let me see if I like it. We'll use this color blue. I think that looks nice. So I think this looks nice, right? And don't worry about this part, because the timestamp of the video, how long the video will be covering that, so you don't really notice. But now it's blurred. Now we got the color, and now we get to mess around. So grab a paintbrush, hit B, grab a paintbrush, 0 hardness, 700 size, and depending on what we want to do here, hit new layer, grab a new layer, and we can mess around, right? I personally find that let's do blue. All right, blue, and then kind of from normal we'll go linear dodge, so it looks like that. So if we want, we can make our gun look a little brighter. We can hold on, if it'll delete. We can make our gun look a little brighter. Add a new layer. No, personally for me, since this bomb left will be empty, I'll kind of do like a little something like that. And then I'll change it from normal, go to here. You can't see it, but it'll be at the very bottom right in layers, it'll say normal. And you want to click up and go to linear dodge add. And so from there, you kind of want to get a nice little blur and kind of glow, if you ask me. And next, we're going to be adding our gun. Our gun's going to be the thing we're going to be editing. So we're going to add the gun. I use a thing called a drop shadow. I have a preset filter to this. I'll give you the what's called settings. This is what I use. So I use we'll go, hold on, let me change it real quick to liking. All right, and then there, go like a little brighter, right? I think that looks cool. I think that looks cool. Actually, I think I just did something. Hold on, I think it looks kind of cool. It's a little bright. If you guys like it or not, that's up to you. But what I did was basically, let me show you my settings if you guys want to copy it. And remember, if you're this far in the video, I'm going to be leaving a link to this file down in the description, so you can download this file and mess around with all my stats and stuff, or my settings and stuff. So let's see. Opacity is 88%, zero noise. Technique is softer. Spread is 0. Size is 210. Range is 50. Jitter is 0. And that's about it. So, right. And that being said, this is it. This is what we're dealing with. This is the main part. So if you like this, that's cool. You're done here. But if you want to add some more stuff, like let's say, let me go to my thumbnail files. Let's go to a diamond PNG, whatever. Let's say you're a champ player. I wouldn't recommend clickbaiting diamond champ PNGs if you're not a diamond or champ, because for the most part, people have caught on. Let me see. Let me make sure. People have caught on. So what I mean by that is people know that half the people that use half the YouTubers that use diamond or champ logos aren't actually diamond or champ. So what I do is just use your honest rank. Like, use your honest rank. I've never hit diamond on PC, and that being said, I don't use diamond logos, but that doesn't mean you can't make an appealing thumbnail, right? So right now, let me mess around with this. We're gonna add a little dark, kind of purplish inner glow, something like that. Okay, so you don't need that in inner glow. As you can see, it's a very minuscule difference, but I don't even know if you can see it. But let's see, if you want to do it, you can do like something like that. It is linear dodge add. Opacity is 100%. The angle is, this is a global angle. Make sure there's a little check mark that says use global angle, use global light. I'm sorry, and make sure it's global. So distance is 4, choke is 0, size is 2. You don't want to make it too big or too appealing, or not too appealing, but too big, because then that kind of ruins it. Sometimes, even if you want, I have it off, depending on what you want. Now we're gonna go to drop shadow. Drop shadow is normal. Opacity is 100. Distance is 4. Spread is 100. Size is 9. Noise is 0. Okay. So that being said, part 2. Or we could change the angle a little bit. Hold on, sorry. We could change the angle. If you don't like it the way it looks right now, we could have it a little more in the corner, or we could change the size a little bit because we're gonna add some words on it, and the words want to be in the very center of the screen. People notice. If it's off center, the people will notice. That's something a lot of people don't know is it has to be good. It has to be good. You can't have a lazy thumbnail. Thumbnails matter a lot more than you think. So something like this will be like, oh, this is new, this is interesting. And it'll grab the attention, make you want to click on it, right? So let's see. Let's go here. Okay. And then we're gonna go to text. So my favorite font is called Lemon Milk. It is on defont.com, just in case you want it. It's called Lemon Milk. And so let's say our montage is, let me go to a random song, right? Everybody talks, because that was the one in the last one, and that's what we're gonna be going over it. So make sure the color is white. Oops, hold on. Make sure the color is white, and everybody talks. I personally like to get rid of the diamond logo, so that just makes it more clear. And we're gonna be centering it. Let's see. Okay, so first things first. I also have a style I like to use because a very like white. It needs to be off white. Like it can't be like bright white because that just doesn't look good. So I have an off white kind of, let's see, a style I like to use. Drop shadow. After drop shadow, make the spread 100. Make the opacity normal 134, and then let's see, 9. That's that looks bad. So let's go 6. All right, 6. Perfect. Then let's see. It doesn't seem off. I think that looks more on center, or that looks a little off. There you go. That's center. All right, and then you can use if you notice when you move up and down in the very middle of the screen, it says how far off center it is. So that's perfectly on center, right? And so we'll go back to my text font. The style is I don't know how to pronounce this, but multiply. The blend mode is multiply. The opacity is 14. Angle is 90. Distance is 50. Size is 79. And anti-alias and invert is on. So gradient. Here's the gradient. It's a little off-white. The color is ED, or the number is ED. If you guys want to use this color. Let me, hold on. You didn't see very well. Give me a second. Here it is. Okay. I need to add more things to the center. I'm sorry if you guys can't see this. This is my first time doing thumbnail video. So, ED, and then, cool. So, let's go right here. This works. And then we'll go, where's the diamond logo, right? Okay, how are we feeling about this, right? I think this looks okay. Personally, you could change this if you want. If you don't want the diamond logo, you don't have to have it. You can have it here, you can have it not, whatever. But I think, for now, I think our work here is done. I do a little bit more. Like, sometimes my thumbnails are a little different. I like my style to be original, so I won't be going over how to do those. I'll be going over the, I just went over the more generic side of how to do thumbnails. So I feel like this is pretty good. Remember, you can change this to any song you want. Just make sure it's on center. It might look off center, but when you go back, oh, that reminds me, very important part. If you're debating if your thumbnail is good or not, scroll it out and be like, is this good? Would I click on this? Make sure everything is bold. Make sure everything is good, and I think this is bold and good. So I think I did a good job here. This is a very easy video. It's not very. Thumbnails are not very hard, but when you don't know anything about Photoshop, you don't know anything, right? There's nothing to go off of. So hopefully this is a good starter. These are often used. Like, I use a lot of these in other thumbnail, or not thumbnail, my bad, in other graphics designs. Like, I make panels, I make headers sometimes, not very often, but for the most part, this is what you want to be going off of. This is kind of the basics, right? And yeah, so Make sure to follow me on Twitch. I stream there 3 days a week. Twitch.tv/Nodrs with 3 S's. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this video. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully everything was clear. If you guys have any questions, let me know below. And remember, in the description there is a what's it called? There will be a download file to this file, so you guys can use this, and not the image, the file, so you guys can mess around with all this if you guys have it. And yeah, so hopefully everybody has a good rest of the night. Take it easy, everybody, and thank you guys all so much for watching the video. All right, goodbye.